Hi, good morning. This is EJ with EJ Star Tarot with your daily reading for January 30, 2018. Can you believe it? It's already January 30th. Wow. This month has gone pretty quickly. Listen, if you'd like to get this type of reading, a weekly reading, a mini reading, you're just going to go ahead and click on my Instant Go app that is listed down below in the description box and connect with me almost immediately, if not within 24 hours. You can also email me or visit my website. Also take advantage of the specials I have going on that are listed also in the description box. Let's get started. All right, we have building blocks. Okay, building blocks is building the foundation that you're on with friendships, with work, with your home life, in whatever area that you feel that your foundation has been shook. And maybe the tower came in and shook it up a little, and now you have to rebuild your foundation. But know that you have everything to cultivate an extraordinary life and the foundation that you need to build upon it, okay? And remember, this can be with your work, your relationships, with just yourself, with just rebuilding who you are, revisiting your values, your ethics, your morals, your core beliefs. What is it? Is what you believed in the past still relevant for today and tomorrow? So you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, okay, I used to believe this, but now as time has evolved, I need to change how I see this. Do I want to view things in a different manner, or do I want to continue with how I view things? For some of you, you are looking at relationships, friendships, and your partnerships. You're thinking, these relationships have been rocky. Do I want to rebuild the blocks on these relationships? Do I want to rebuild this foundation with these people? So you're basically looking, as you can see, she's looking out and she's like, okay, let me see. Who do I want to rebuild with? What do I want to rebuild with? And so that is what you're doing. You're looking at that. And for some of you, you are attracting relationships into your life that are going to be solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundation of honesty, clear communication, genuine desire to know one another. You're moving towards laying the groundwork for a relationship with a firm footing that will ensure it could, withstand any storm, no matter what it is the tower comes in and tries to shake up. Those people that remain standing with you are the ones that you're going to keep. Those are the ones that are going to be long-standing relationships, and they'll also be repaired and they'll also be strengthened, okay? You'll be wiser and stronger together as a couple, as a friendship, as, partnerships, whatever this may be for you. That is what you're doing. Because for some of you, I feel like, including myself, the tower came in and shook the foundation, but didn't shake it hard enough to knock you completely down, because you're still standing and you still have blocks around you, and you're looking out and you're like, okay, now I have to rebuild myself. I have to rebuild my relationships, and I have to rebuild my foundation. Who do I want to remain with me? For some of you, you have everything you need to turn your life into a prosperous life that you desire. And now is the time for you to start to build this strong foundation. You've already laid the prosperity, okay? Building the blocks is something that is different, okay? It's you taking each block and building it, but you already have the prosperity. You have more than enough so that your creativity is divinely inspired and designed for your life by taking shape in the service to the world, right? Which means success. You are taking shape. You already have the abundance, okay? Remember that. You have the prosperity. It's already there. It's laid. All you have to do is build upon it. For some of you, I feel like you need to address whatever cracks in the foundations of your life, whether it be your work, your friends, your loved ones, your family, whatever it may be for you, even yourself. What is cracked within yourself? Maybe your values changed, as I talked about earlier. Maybe you view things different. I don't know. Maybe those no longer serve you. Maybe that's not the vision you have for your life, and now you have to change up a little bit. Or maybe you just want to ignore all of that altogether. Only you know how it's going to pertain to you. But you do know that you have to remove the rotten pieces to reinforce your strength and your integrity, okay? This is the time to be honest with yourself and with those around you. But mainly, I feel like I'm speaking to some people that really need to look within themselves, okay, and be honest. And then renovate your conscience, okay? Don't be afraid to cut people out, to cut things out that no longer are serving you. Or maybe you just need to walk away and be at a distance and love and care from a distance. For some of you, that may be best for you. Maybe it's best for you as friendships and family come around that you need to step back and be like, how do they affect me? Do I feel happy when I'm around them? Do I feel stressed when I'm around them? Am I tensed when I'm around them? Do I want to continue to feel this way, or can I just care and love from a distance? Absolutely, you can. Especially your family, you don't want to cut them completely out, especially if you're close to them. But you can keep them at a distance. Maybe it's something about them. Maybe it's how they live. Maybe it's how they are. But deep down they're a great person. And so you don't want to completely have them out of your life, but you also want to love them from a distance. And maybe that is true for some of you, okay? Maybe it's true that you do want to go and just build a foundation that's solely upon yourself now, because now is the time to think about you, to love you, to care about you and how you are feeling. Because if you're not feeling 100, how can you go out into the world and be 100? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be 100 with you. If you can't be 100 with yourself, then you can't be 100 with everything around you. Not even with work, because you're always going to be feeling some kind of way. You're always going to not accept something in your life. So, are you rebuilding you, the foundation you stand on, or the people around you? Think about that. And the next card you have is Go Create. How funny how that goes with building blocks, because now you got to go create this life. You got to go create this foundation. You got to go create this life that you want for yourself, that is going to bring you that happiness, that peace, that joy that you so deserve. So go create. This is being with creativity, art, inspiration, manifestation. I mean, this is you creating whatever it is that you need to. Okay? Maybe you are a creative person and you don't know that you're creating reality in every moment of every day, using your thoughts, your beliefs, and your intentions and your actions. And maybe that's what you're doing with building blocks. You're creating your own foundation. You're creating your life. You're recreating you to make you happy. Whatever it may be, you're creating, okay? You are creating something amazing for yourself. So be prepared to be amazed, because that is happening. Maybe for some of you, connections that the heart serve to inspire you, open you to new ideas that you would have never thought on your own, because you weeded out what didn't serve you. You weeded out what isn't letting you be creative. You took out all of the things that stress you or make you think of, not even stress you, but make you think of this person or things that are around you, job. And you took that out. And so now your mind is being more creative, okay? And when you're looking in the mirror, this experience, you're seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Like you're wowing yourself because you're like, I didn't think I could do this. But now you're so happy because your heart is open. And then you're loving what you're doing because you're creating. So whatever it may be, maybe you're creating this foundation for you. Maybe you're creating yourself as the foundation. And then now your creativity and everything else is coming into fruition. You're manifesting whatever it is that you wanted to do. You're being you're feeling inspirational, and you're going to rise to great success because you're going to receive this message that you're waiting to receive. You're at your most creative right now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead you to fruition. Whatever your dream was, you put it into action, and then it starts to happen. And for some of you, you're not seeing it happen because you're trying too hard, but you're not nurturing yourself. So you need to go back to building blocks, okay? And look in yourself and what is it there that you are missing that needs to be recreated. Building blocks. What is your foundation? What is that cracked piece or that missing piece that you need to feel in order to see what it is you're trying to manifest so that it does manifest? If that makes any sense to you. Because if you build the ground and that's solid, but you are not solid within, okay, and you're not 100 with yourself, as I mentioned, then you can't be 100%. You can't be 100 when you go and create. So then it doesn't manifest and it doesn't happen because you're not being 100 with yourself. And you got to start with yourself, not the ground that you're on. Because when you start with yourself, you gain the courage, you gain the creativity, the inspiration, and the honesty you need to move ahead and create whatever it is around you, okay? Because you're already on solid ground. But now you have to build the blocks around you and before you. So you can't walk on quicksand without drowning. You're going to get, the sand is going to eat you up. So you got to build the bridge to walk over it. And in order to go create that, your mind has to be clear. You have to have that creativity. Your thoughts need to be, sorry about that. Your thoughts need to be, you need to be able to have that clarity in front of you, okay? And without being 100 with yourself, you're not going to have it. Then you have deep knowing. Some of you already knew that this is something you had to do within your intuition. You already knew that what you had to think about how to go about building the blocks of your self foundation, okay? Not the solid foundation you stand on, but your self foundation. You already know because your intuition was telling you, yet you chose to ignore it, as I mentioned earlier, that some of you are ignoring it, maybe didn't want to face it. You're not being 100, okay? Once you're 100 with yourself, then your intuition will really kick in, okay? And you'll have that ability to read between lines and find the truth that is missing with everything that's been told to you and around you, okay? The deep knowing allows you to open doors to wisdom that is far greater than you can imagine, okay? But you can't do that until you're 100 with yourself. And once you are 100 with yourself, you can truly see that because you sense it. You get little nudges, but you're like, what is this? What is this? Why am I feeling this way? And you're not sure. You can't pinpoint it. And that is why you're here building blocks, and you're like, what piece do I need to fulfill what I have to fulfill to be 100, so that I can have the deep knowing, because you already have it, so you can go create. And there are times when you're sitting there, laying there, and you go into this deep thought, deep down in your heart and your soul, and you can feel that someone is not right with you, someone is lying to you. Maybe this is in a relationship. You can feel your partner not being 100 with you, and you know it, but yet you didn't face it, okay? And for some of you, you're going to meet somebody and you're just going to have that deep connection, and you're going to be like, wow, why do I feel like this about this person I just met? And it's because you've known this person before in a previous life, and it's because your intuition lets you connect with them. It's like an instrument, okay? You can't, like, some instruments you can play together and they sound beautiful, and some you play and they're just like, oh, no, stop. Well, that's how this is. When you meet somebody and you're in an instant connection, your instruments play together, and that's the deep knowing. But you got to be 100 with yourself. Open it up to yourself, your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit, so that you can know these, so you can feel the deep knowing that you have inside. Trust your heart that it's going to lead you in the right direction, okay? You're going to start to see things happen, and you'll be like, this is magic. Some of you are going to have like this, deep intuition feeling, a hunch, as you could say, your gut feeling. And those are your intuitive senses that you have access to, okay? And you are going to go create with that. You are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to listen to this, and I'm going to start building my blocks so that I can go create. But you have to settle your mind. Your mind can be busy, because if it's busy, you're not going to get the right message. Know that for sure. You have to stay in a relaxed state of mind, meditation, prayer, if that's what you do, and listen, quietly listen. And you can't do this for 5 minutes and be like, oh, I didn't hear anything. No. Be there for at least 15 minutes to an hour. Within that time, it could be 30 minutes, whatever, however long that you can get your mind to settle. Start little by little, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Start little by little. The next thing you know, you're going to have that intuitive feeling, which is your gut feeling, and you're going to know. You're going to know what you need to do to go create and build your foundation within yourself and around you. You're going to know when people are being truthful with you. You're going to know when things are about to happen, because you're going to sense it and see it and feel it. But the only way you can do that is by settling your mind and connecting with it on a daily basis. Meditate. And I know it's hard. Everybody's busy. You may have families. You may go to school and work, or have 2 jobs, whatever the situation may be. Take the time, even if you just sit in your car in your break time, and just settle your mind. Park somewhere where, no one else really parks, and just kind of settle your mind. Receive the message. Receive the feeling, because you have that deep knowing. You need to stay grounded in order to be able to know this, okay? You always need to stay grounded. And you need to be 100 with yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to do what is good for you. And whatever that is not, you need to take it out. You need to put it at a distance if you don't want them completely removed out of your life. But don't keep them in your everyday life. Don't keep them in front of you. You know what I mean? Keep them at a distance. Anyone who brings you down and makes you feel negative or just hurts you, remove them we remove that toxation, and you'll get connected with your intuitive self, and you'll have that deep knowing. As you could see, I'm going to get this card, the moon, okay? You see the face here? He's in meditation mode. And the owl is saying, I'm bringing you the message of deep knowing that you already have, but now you're just bringing it into fruition so that you can go create and start building your foundation within yourself. All right, guys, I hope that this helped you in one way or another. I didn't intend this daily message to go this long, but obviously there was a message to be said because I've got 3 cards out, and normally I have 2 with this deck, and the messages were just coming to me as I am sitting here meditating and looking at these cards. I had to cut the message short, and I do apologize because I do have to get ready for work. I have to leave in like 8 minutes. But it is important for me as your reader to put these messages out for you and put out as much as I can. So remember to be 100 with yourself. Remove your toxation, any toxation around you, whether it be drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, people, jobs, whatever it may be that will allow you, that you can easily move out of your surroundings so you can get that deep knowing and that deep connection to go create and start building your blocks, building yourself, your foundation, your spiritual foundation, your physical foundation, not the ground that you stand on, because as you see in the picture, she's already standing on solid ground. It's you that you need to rebuild. Okay? All right. Go and make this a great Tuesday.